What's going on, you guys, and welcome to a very uncharacteristic truck review. I'm joined here by Kevin from the Jabal and Cars YouTube channel.
Guys?
And we're in the 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor. I knew nothing about the Ranger before getting this as a press car from Ford just a few days ago.
I literally only knew that the Topher, Chris Amos, owns one of these.
That justified me actually asking for this vehicle, because
it was
otherwise
good
I
enough
would
for
not have been
him,
interested.
probably good enough for us.
Exactly. So what is the Ranger Raptor? Well, it's a mid-sized truck, unlike the F-150 Raptor R, which I had last year, which is an absolute hoonmobile with its 700 horsepower supercharged V8. Obviously, this one is a lot smaller, and it has a 3-liter twin turbocharged V6 from the Bronco Raptor, which costs something like $35,000 more than this Ranger Raptor. 405 horsepower, 430 pound-feet of torque. Red line's around 6,300 RPM, close to 5,500 pounds, and it tows 5,500 pounds. So actually the towing capacity of this is 1,500 pounds less than a regular Ranger. For guys like us who like to go to the track, let's say you have a 2,000 pound trailer, you're limited at like a 3,000 pound car at the very heaviest, and that would basically be maxing out the towing capacity.
I wonder why the capacity is 1,500 pounds less than the regular. Do you know why?
I wonder if it's because this has like the all-terrain tires with the super high long travel shocks. This has the Fox dampers, but I think 5,500 for most people should be plenty. If you were to tow like a Miata or something on like one of those lighter aluminum trailers, you'd be fine. I mean, obviously you buy a Ranger Raptor not as a primary tow vehicle. It's meant to be kind of a hoonmobile.
Plus, you and I are kind of body shamers when it comes to track vehicles. We try to go lightweight anyways.
That's true.
Sub
3,000 pounds. We got a 10-speed automatic transmission, front and rear locking differentials. I really like what Ford has done with this interior. If you recall the EcoBoost Mustang, the latest generation we drove, it had that kind of like messy,
two
like
big ass ugly screens that are pasted together. Yeah.
And the actual infotainment was super laggy, and it just didn't work very well. I like what they've done here. It's vertical, it's easier to read.
I think the vertical in most cars is kind of ugly, but in a truck that's more masculine, more like beefy, it actually works really well. And that combined with that, it's, you know, this is gloss, that one's more matte, but it works a lot better than what we were seeing in the EcoBoost.
Agreed. And actually the bezels seem a little bit thinner here as well. And one thing I really like is touchscreen for infotainment, so Android Auto, Apple CarPlay and whatnot, but you still have physical controls for HVAC, unlike the Mustang, which is all on the touchscreen. Wireless phone charger. It heats the hell out of my Pixel 8, although that might be more of a phone problem.
The build quality here is better than I was expecting. The design, the fit and finish, I'm like, oh, this is cool.
It's a good balance between rugged and actually having some decent materials.
Yeah.
One thing I really hate, a lot of reviewers have talked about this, is this shifter for the 10-speed auto. Looks easy enough to use, but there's not enough resistance between each of the gear selections. So it's very easy to be like, okay, I want to go into reverse. Damn it, I'm in neutral.
Oh, nice 360 cam.
360 cam, cool. Yep.
I've been trying out CUVs recently for my girlfriend, and so she's like riding passenger, and in the Lexus, one of these Lexus UXs that we drove, she's like, the reason I would not consider this over something like a Mazda is that it doesn't have a 360 cam.
Really?
It's that important.
That important. I got the Baja mode exhaust, which is off-road only. Technically we're off-road right now.
Fenton's son, aka Zygrene, aka Zypoppy, is actually born and raised in Texas. So him reviewing this car
I was not born in Texas.
Born in China, lived and grew up in Texas.
Grew up in Texas.
This car is him getting back to his roots.
Indeed.
Hashtag America.
I'm just missing a cowboy hat and some boots.
Kind of a delay with your upshifts.
Yeah, the transmission's a little slower than I expected. Let's put this into manual. Engine doesn't sound half bad for a V6. Of course, we're on 33-inch BFG K03 all-terrain tires, which have no grip on a surface like this. So we're going to be taking it super easy in the corners. And honestly, I think the straight line performance, it's not bad. I think 0 to 60 is in the mid-5s, but it's nothing crazy either. That Raptor R F-150 I drove a while back was way more insane.
Still quicker than any truck needs to be.
Oh, for sure, for sure. MSRP of this is starting at $57,000 US, I believe. Half of the F-150 Raptor R, which is like 110. I have to say, living with this Ranger Raptor over the past few days, it's a much more sort of usable in California or like suburban areas type of truck compared to the behemoth that is the F-150 Raptor R. This still gives you the really high seating position, great visibility out, but it's also much shorter. It's not as cumbersome when you're just driving it around and trying to park it. You still get a 5-foot bed out back, which is enough for most people, I would think. But look, if you're really trying to get a truck for pure utility, you're not going to get anything with a Raptor badge on it. These are about the performance and the off-road capabilities, which we're not going to test the latter out here, but at least you can actually have a decent amount of fun with these.
You say off-road capabilities, does that mean when I go to the Starbucks parking lot I can climb some curbs?
Oh, hell yes. Perfect for driving over curbs at the local boba joint.
Assuming that you would drink Starbucks when in reality you are the boba boy.
I am the boba boy. I think I actually had 3 bobas over the last 2 days.
Why am I not surprised?
Woo. It's traction limited. Long wheelbase, rear-wheel drive, 430 pound-feet of torque. When
I started my YouTube channel, I never thought that I'd be sitting in a Ranger Raptor on a canyon road.
Yet here you are.
I'm all for it, man. This is actually kind of fun.
The transmission's actually not too bad. There is a little bit of a delay, but at least it performs consistently.
Yeah, some other cars you get like a fast upshift and then a slow upshift, and you're kind of what?
Exactly.
What do you think of the ride quality?
I think it's a great riding vehicle for a pickup truck. I think the really long suspension travel with the Fox dampers and then these massive all-terrain tires, they soak up basically everything. Yeah. You still feel that it's a body on frame. There's a little bit of a jiggliness over some of the bumps, but you know, that's every body on frame vehicle I've ever driven, so it's not unique to this.
Both of these guys are going at the same time, dude. They both, oh my god. You can't make this shit up.
Alright.
Yeah, I think for a body on frame vehicle, it's actually really comfortable. I've ridden or driven in more luxurious body on frame vehicles that don't ride as well as this.
Yeah, for sure. Like even the Lexus GX we had, I would argue this rides better than that.
Yeah, because every little bump, every little...
The expansion joints?
Every time you play, it would be jarring. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Every time I see a truck without a Raptor badge,
peasants.
It just doesn't do it for me. Absolute peasants.
The seat, I think the seats are comfortable.
Very comfortable, actually.
Seats are great.
These are Raptor specific seats, I believe, so there's more side bolstering, but still very easy to get in and out of. I think for a truck, like a performance truck, you want the aggressive bolsters up here, but not down here. And I think this seat really hits that balance really perfectly. Because you don't want it to be a pain to get in and out of.
Yeah,
you already have to climb.
Really usable.
Yeah, you already have to, you know, step on those side rails and use the handles to climb into the vehicle.
I see why Toph Daddy got one of these now. These
honestly.
Yeah.
I think one of the videos he posted about a week after he got the truck, it was raining in the Midwest, and he was just sliding around on public roads like an absolute,
as Topher does,
animal.
An inspiration for us all.
Truly. All right, let's.
I can feel the hair growing on my chest right now.
I like how you just naturally have this like southern twang
just comes out.
Just sitting in the truck. What I really love about this, and the Raptor R F-150 also had this, is the valved exhaust has a quiet mode. So we've been in Baja all this time, but check this out. Actually really quiet.
Try pushing it a bit so we can see the difference.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a good 5-6 decibels lower. Oh, that's convenient. Got an overheating GoPro. Ford has been making great pickup trucks since the beginning of the pickup truck. So I guess it should be no surprise that they've really got this formula down to a science. And they can really kind of play with different aspects of engineering and design without fundamentally sacrificing anything that makes a truck a truck.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you think of the rules for art or the rules for some kind of thing. There's a rule set you have to follow, and then once you have the expertise, you can start breaking the rules a little bit. You can start playing with the things because now you understand the nuance, and you can make something that's as ridiculous and fun as a Raptor, and still make it a cohesive, fun package.
Right. Well said. You said that much better than I did. Lots of torque from this twin-turbo V6. Unfortunately, the fuel economy is still average. I think it's rated at around 16 to 18 city and highway. I think Topher, in his first week or so of ownership, he was averaging 15. But that guy drives like
Of course he would get below the rated.
That guy drives like a hooligan, so I'm actually surprised he didn't get
that's actually higher than you
digits.
expect, right?
Yeah. Togaing a truck on a Sunday afternoon.
Dude, imagine this in Japan. Like Hakone Skyline.
Imagine crashing into this in a S660 Honda.
Instant vaporization.
Instant death.
But at least I would die smiling at that S660. I do love that car.
Yeah, you love that thing. Polar opposite of a Ranger Raptor. But that's the beauty of enthusiast vehicles. There's such a wide range of different types of vehicles. Some that weigh 5,500 pounds, some that weigh 1,500 pounds. And in some ways, they can be just as enjoyable.
So is this the part where we do the true off-roading and drive off the cliff?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Dude, in other cars, you have to like 1 mile an hour into this gravel pit.
All right, no problem.
This is truly a no F's given type of vehicle out here. All right, guess I can't look into that GoPro, so thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Ford, for the opportunity. Shout out to Kevin. Go check his channel out. Link in the video description.
And I'll be reviewing this right now.
See you guys next time.
Peace.